Kalihi vlogs. In the US, we celebrate the whole month of March as the Women's History Month. And not because we're special, but because women have come a long way, from being accepted in universities to having the right to vote. As an immigrant coming from the Philippines at the age of 15, it was nice that there were people, women especially of my ethnicity, that had paved the way for us here in Hawaii and even in the whole United States. And one I can really remember is Miss Emmy Tumimbang. You turn on your TV and she's the only Filipino that is a newscaster during that time in the 80s. So I thank her for representing and for giving inspiration to young women like me to pursue our education and to aspire to do something for ourselves. And in fact, here in Hawaii, many of the women, Filipino women, have made a mark. And if you only look at this book, it's called Hiyas or Treasure, Filipino American Treasures, Hiyas. It's a collection of Filipinos who have made it here in Hawaii. When you look at it, many are women. I would also want to share somebody I really admire and somebody I've read about before, and I thought I'll look her up and I want to share to you. As a Filipino American, I am proud that there was a Filipino woman from the Philippines who made history in the United States and Harvard, no less. Her name is Faye Del Mondo. Faye was born in Manila, Philippines in 1911. So Faye graduated in 1933 from the University of the Philippines Valedictorian, and no less than the President of the Philippines at that time, Manuel L. Quezon, offered her a scholarship, and she chose Harvard School of Medicine. So that's a history. So after Harvard, she also studied at the University of Chicago to study bacteriology and Boston University. And she went back home to the Philippines in 1941 with all that education that she got, and then she started working with the National Red Cross, and then later on established her own hospital. She sold her home and almost all of her things just to build a hospital. And in 1957, the Children's Medical Center in Quezon City was opened. She lived on the second floor of the hospital because she didn't have a home anymore, and she was still doing the rounds even though she was wheelchair bound at the age of 99, and she passed on soon after that in 2011. So I encourage you to celebrate the Women's History Month by making your own history. And it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be grand, and you don't have to feel that you need to be somebody, because you are already somebody to the people that you love, the people that you care for. And as women, as long as we appreciate already who we are, we should be able to share ourselves to the people around us and to the world. And who knows, when we work hard on things that we are really good at, we might leave a mark in this world, thus making our own history.